are you doing? In my previous video, the topic covered was the perfect tense of the verb, the past perfect tense, the present perfect tense, and the future perfect tense of the verb. And in today's video, my focus is on the progressive tense of the verb. Ting, ting. One of the best ways to learn the progressive tense of the verb is to remember the keywords. Okay, here are the keywords when learning the progressive tense. Continuous activity, activity in progress, and two continuous activities occurring at the same time. Yes, it is very important to note the keywords in learning the progressive tense. And progressive tense has two aspects, the simple progressive and the perfect progressive. And the simple progressive covers the past progressive, the present progressive, and the future progressive tenses. In today's video, my main focus is on the simple progressive tense of the verb, the simple past progressive, present progressive, and the simple future progressive forms of the verb. Now let's start with the simple present progressive form. What is a simple progressive tense of the verb? As mentioned earlier, it's easier for us to remember the keywords in learning the progressive tense of the verb. And what are those keywords? These are the continuous action. In the progressive form of the verb, the action is continuous, or the activity is progressing or developing. And there can be two progressing actions happening or occurring at the same time in the progressive form of the verb. Let's proceed. Simple present progressive tense indicates a continuous action that's happening right now, right at the moment of speaking, because it is present and it is formed with the present form of the helping verbs is, are, and am. And the present form of the ing verb. Ing verb, like for example, buying. I am buying chocolates. So the present progressive verb is buying. And it is preceded by a helping verb, the present form of the helping verb, am. It's easier to remember if we can give a nickname to a certain topic. And personally, I call this topic as an ing tense of the verb. Ing, it's because it is formed by the helping verb and the ing form of the verb. Ing tense. So don't forget, progressive tense of the verb is an ing tense of the verb. I am buying chocolates. What are you doing? I am buying chocolates. Perhaps the doer is currently in the store and buying some chocolates when somebody asks him or her what is she or he doing right at the moment. I am buying chocolate. And what makes it a simple present progressive? It's because I am buying is a continuing action. It's happening right at the moment the doer is speaking. I am buying chocolates. And the thing that makes it present is the helping verb am. I am buying chocolates. I have more examples of simple present progressive. I am going. She is going. He is coming. My mother is washing. Again, I am going. Ing. She is going. Ing. He is coming. Ing. My mother is washing. Ing. So this is a progressive tense of the verb, or I call it the ing tense of the verb. You will see it is in the present form is because of the helping verbs am and is. I am going, is coming, is washing. The helping verb, the present form of the helping verbs, am and is, plus the ing form of the verb. So, present progressive, simple present progressive tense of the verb. The special use of simple progressive tense is the occurrence of two continuing actions at the same time. Here are examples. Number 1, I am singing while Emmy is dancing. Number 2, the boys are playing ball while the girls are watching TV. You will notice the two progressing actions occurring at the same time in each sentence. In number 1, the two continuing actions are singing and dancing, while in number 2, the two progressing actions are watching and playing. And the sentences are in the simple present progressive tense since the helping verbs used are in the present form of the verb am, is, and are. Sounds ing, right? Because it's a progressive tense. Simple present progressive tense. A lot of English language learners are confused in the use of simple present tense and simple present progressive tense of the verb. But don't worry, because one of my tasks as an English language instructor is to help you get rid of those confusements. So I prepared these examples of simple present, and then later on we will compare the simple present and the simple present progressive tenses of the verb. So I made 4 examples here. Number 1, I go. Number 2, she goes. Number 3, he comes. Number 4, my mother washes. So these sentences are in the simple present tense of the verb, right? Anyway, we have already discussed the simple present tense of the verb in my previous video. Now, let us going to compare the significant difference between the simple present tense and the simple present progressive tense of the verb. I have here, okay, let's go back to the examples of simple present progressive. I am going, she is going, he is coming, my mother is washing. Have you ever wondered how to tell the difference between the simple present progressive and simple present tenses of the verb? Don't struggle with it. Take a look at the given examples under each tense. They differ by just 2 words, right? Let's contrast the sentences under each tense. What's the difference between I am going and I go? In the simple present progressive tense, the main verb is formed by adding the suffix ing or ing. While in the simple present tense, the present form of the main verb is used. Going, go. Don't forget, the ing tense is the progressive tense. Another difference is that the presence of the helping verb am in the simple present progressive tense. Am going. I am going. In the simple present tense, I go. I am going. I go. One thing to remember about the simple present tense is that the action verb doesn't need a helping verb to complete the meaning of the sentence. If the verb is an action verb, a helping verb doesn't matter. Let's take a look again at the simple present tense examples. I go. She goes. He comes. My mother washes. The verbs go, goes, comes, and washes are all action verbs. Helping verbs are not needed. So it is incorrect to say I am go, or she is goes, or he is come, or my mother is washes. Again, if the verb is an action in the simple present tense, a helping verb doesn't matter. So no helping verb and no suffix added to the main verb. Look at the simple present progressive. I am going, she is going, he is coming, my mother is washing. You can see that the main verbs going, coming, washing are formed by adding the suffix ing or ing. And not only that, the simple present progressive tense necessitates the use of helping verb, unlike the simple present tense that doesn't need the helping verb. In number one example, in the present progressive tense, I am going. The helping verb is am. In the simple present, I go. No helping verb, just the subject and the main verb. I am going. I go. She is going. She goes. He is coming. He comes. My mother is washing. My mother washes. In learning the simple progressive and the simple present, it is very important to remember the significant difference between the two, the linking verb and the main verb of the sentence. As a learner like me, we must remember when to use the linking verb as well as how to form the main verb of the sentence. Go back to the examples here. I am going. The main verb here is go, but since it is a progressive tense, add the suffix ing in order to complete the correct verb of the sentence. Plus, the helping verb am is used because it links the subject and the verb of the sentence. While in the simple present, I go, the base form go is used without the suffix ing since the simple present is not progressive. I go. No helping verb is used to connect the subject and the verb go, since go is an action verb. And as a rule, if it's an action verb, a helping verb is not needed to complete the sentence. She is going. She goes. He is coming. He comes. My mother is washing. My mother washes. It is wrong to say I going because the sentence is incomplete without the helping verb. Similarly, it is wrong to say I am go because in the simple tense, we don't need the helping verb. Okay, just remember the two significant differences, the linking verb and the main verb of the sentence. As a rule of thumb, please remember that any form of the progressive can only be used with an action verb. Let's compare another sentences. I speak English. I am speaking English. Both sentences are in the present tense, right? I say I speak English because it's a fact that I generally speak English in America because I associate with English-speaking people. And as a rule of thumb, if the sentence states a general fact or truth, a present or a simple present tense is used. I am speaking English. I say I am speaking English because it refers to the action that I am actually doing right now, that right at this moment I am speaking using the English language in front of you. The action is progressing, is still ongoing or continuing. That's why it's progressive. And this action is temporary because in a moment I might start speaking in Tagalog. So progressive tense is continuing or progressing, or the action is temporary. So that's the meaning of simple present progressive tense. That's all for the simple present progressive. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.